Welcome to the EcoStruxure for Cloud and Service Provider presentation. My name is Mark Hurley. I'm a solution architect with Schneider Electric, and I'm joined here today by my colleague, Vance Peterson. Today, we would like to share with you our EcoStruxure story and show you how this technology will support the data centers of the future. Data centers are core to our business, but the data center landscape is constantly evolving and changing. Not long ago, most data center growth was centered around on-premise enterprise data center portfolio. Today, however, cloud and service providers represent the largest and fastest growing data center segment. It's not a surprise to see enterprise customers move their compute processing needs to cloud and service providers. There are many benefits in doing so. For example, enterprise customers building and operating their data centers may not be core to their business. Cloud and service providers can leverage their size and scale to build more cost-effective data centers and pass on those savings to their customers. Enterprise customers can now convert a CapEx expense into an OpEx expense, which may be more beneficial to their balance sheet. So today we are seeing a new phenomenon in the data center industry, which is going to change the landscape once again. Consider for a moment that 90% of all data in the world today was created in the last 2 years. What is generating and driving this data increase? It is things like the Internet of Things, the increase in mobility devices, the increase in content consumption and video streaming. All of these things are generating and transmitting vast amounts of data, which is giving rise to the need for local or regional edge compute data center facilities. This is all good news for the cloud and service provider segment. Their data centers can act as core processing centers for big data and analytics, or where their facilities meet the latency requirements of their customers' applications, they can also serve as regional or local edge compute data center facilities. So we've mentioned that cloud and service providers represent the largest and fastest growing data center segment. With that comes increased competition, and we are all faced with the challenge of operating a profitable business in an increasingly competitive market. EcoStruxure is our answer to those everyday challenges. Our solution, consisting of connected products, edge control software, apps, and analytics, will help you operate your data centers more safely, more reliably, and give you that competitive differentiation. Take, for example, Digital Realty Trust. Digital Realty Trust needed a consistent infrastructure to support their global data center expansion and still maintain industry-leading quality and services for their customers. Digital Realty worked with Schneider Electric to develop an EcoStruxure solution that gave their site operators the ability to operate and manage their data centers anywhere in the globe, all through a single pane of glass. This gave Digital Realty significant increases in operating efficiency and OpEx expense savings. So we've talked about how IoT is generating demand and how our IoT-enabled EcoStruxure architecture will help drive the data center of the future. Now I'd like to turn it over to Vance Peterson, who will talk to you about our EcoStruxure offer in greater detail.
Thank you very much, Mark. EcoStruxure is an open architecture, integrated IoT-enabled technology stack that consists of 3 levels: connected products, edge control, and apps, analytics, and services. The first level, or connected products, is where the smart, intelligent devices exist scattered throughout the infrastructure of our data centers that provide data back to the connected network. These devices might include power meters, IoT sensors, UPSs or cooling units, and it's important to note that EcoStruxure is agnostic in its ability to gather data from these devices and share it seamlessly, really from any smart device. The next level is edge control. Edge control is where the engines reside that enable monitoring, alarming, and control of the connected devices. Examples of edge control include EcoStruxure Building Operations, EcoStruxure IT Expert, and EcoStruxure Power Monitoring Expert. And the third level brings visibility, simplicity, automation, and predictive analytics to EcoStruxure, and also has the ability to tie in directly to our services offering for a faster, more proactive, predictive response. At the top level, or the apps, analytics, and services level, this is where the full value and promise of EcoStruxure is really delivered. Cybersecurity is extremely important throughout each level of the EcoStruxure technology stack, and as such, best practices and technologies are used to deliver this cybersecurity. The energy landscape is changing very rapidly, and it's becoming increasingly complex. And our customers oftentimes struggle with the question, how do we buy our energy, or how do we improve our efficiency, or how do we increase our sustainability? And these were exactly the challenges faced by IOMart, who, in partnership with Schneider's Energy Services and Sustainability team, who, armed with Resource Advisor, were able to work with IOMart, reducing their operating expense by 13%. Also, they helped identify another $2 million, roughly, in additional savings through an energy management partnership. The premise behind this success is really what we refer to as the convergence, if you will, of three domains: energy supply, efficiency, and sustainability. And we refer to this as active energy management. Next up, we'll discuss a little bit about IT Advisor. IT Advisor is a tool set, if you will, that brings insights and visibility into the data center infrastructure into the data center manager's infrastructure in ways never before possible. IT Advisor facilitates future-proof planning of data center infrastructure by allowing very complicated and dynamic what-if scenarios to be completed and operated very, very quickly and efficiently. IT Advisor can also help optimize revenue, as well as actually give your tenants visibility into their own specific spaces, be it the rack level or the room level or the cage level. IT Advisor is a dynamic tool, again, that enables what-if modeling to take place. In the following video, we'll demonstrate some of the highlights of IT Advisor. Next up is edge control. Edge control, again, is where the metering and the alarming and the metering and alarming and the control of the connected devices come into the equation. Power and power availability is critical in today's environment, especially for the cloud and service provider community. And we offer two examples that reside within the edge control layer, are EcoStruxure Building Operations and EcoStruxure Power Monitoring Expert. Both of these platforms, if you will, provide very powerful toolboxes that allow data center and critical facility managers insights and into their operations never before possible. And with this, I'd like to share a short video that highlights some of the features and benefits of EcoStruxure Building Operations and Power Monitoring Expert. And finally, let's take a look at the connected products. Again, the connected products level is where the smart devices exist that have the ability to generate data within the data center infrastructure environment. Examples of connected products might include power meters, IoT sensors, UPSs or cooling units, or for that matter, prefabricated IT power and cooling modules. I'd like to point out with the prefabricated IT power or cooling modules, they have the ability to reside within a facility or outside of a facility, or for that matter, can operate in standalone configurations. Along these lines, I'll highlight a Smart Shelter 1 megawatt power module. This power module was conceived and designed specifically for hyperscale and large regional co-location facilities, and includes the low voltage gear, the input, the output gear, the UPS, the 1 megawatt Galaxy VX in this case, as well as lithium ion batteries. And this design will lend itself to faster deployments, more predictable deployments with higher quality and predictable cost structures. This approach also greatly simplifies installation at project sites. In the following video, we'll demonstrate how a data center might scale using the prefabricated architecture.
The data center of the future will require more interaction between the physical infrastructure, the grid, and the IT kit. This will require more connected products, which will generate big data. Big data and analytics will allow us to move from a reactive to a proactive to even predictive management and control of our data centers. We will continue to lead innovation at every level of the stack. Some of our new offers for this year include EcoStruxure Building Operation, EcoStruxure Power Monitoring Expert, and EcoStruxure Asset Advisor. So I hope our presentation helped bring clarity to our vision for EcoStruxure and how it will enable the data center of the future. That concludes our presentation.